in Jesus' righteousness. For me died, for me lives, and everlasting life and light He freely gives.
At dahil nga po si Jesucristo ay nabuhay na muli, sigurado din na tayo ay mabubuhay na muli. Basta't aminin natin na tayo ay makasalanan at ibigay natin ang ating buong pagtitiwala sa Kanya.
At hindi lang yon, makakasama natin siya sa langit habang buhay. Yan ang pangakong binigay niya sa mga magtitiwala sa Kanya. At dahil si Jesucristo ay Diyos, alam natin na Kanyang tutuparin ang Kanyang mga pangako.
Oh, Oliver, andyan ka na pala. Oh, bakit parang wala kang boses?
Kasi soul winning kami kanina, kaya medyo yung boses ko ngayon.
Okay. Ang aga mo pala dumating.
Maikli lang naman yung message ng guest speaker namin kanina. Malaman naman, nakaka-bless nga kasi...
Tamang-tama. I have great news. Tumawag yung secretary ng boss ko kanina and ang sabi niya, I've been promoted na raw.
Talaga ate?
Yep, they'll announce it to the organization tomorrow.
Wow, congrats! I'm so proud of you.
Thanks! At dahil dyan, I want to treat you out for dinner. Ang tagal na kasi nating hindi nakakalabas ng tayong dalawa lang eh. At saka masyado ka kasing busy sa training mo. Kailan na nga ulit yung qualifying round mo for the SEA Games?
Sa pagkakaalala ko, 2 months to go. Kinakabahan na nga ako eh. You know, I've been training hard, pero hindi ko alam kung enough na ba yun para makasama ako sa Philippine delegation.
I'm sure you'll get in. Ang sabi nga nila, di ba? All good things come in threes.
Ha?
Tingnan mo. First, I get engaged. Tapos, I get promoted. So, I'm sure the third good thing is that you'll make it to the SEA Games. Malay mo, manalo ka pa ng medal.
Ate, sabi-sabi lang yan. Superstition, di ba? Basta ako, I'm just praying that the Lord will continue to give me strength and discipline sa training ko. And if it's His will, makakasama ako sa Philippine team.
O, sige na. Kung ayaw mo maniwala sa akin, bahala ka. So, are you still up for dinner?
Oo naman, kailan ba ako tumanggi sa libreng pagkain, di ba?
Tama. So, I know this bar, nakaka-open pa lang, and I feel like getting a drink. Or 5.
Bar?
Yes, bar. Why? What's wrong with that? And don't give me your usual line na, it's not pleasing to God.
Eh, totoo naman, di ba? Sabi sa Ephesians, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
Yun nga, do not get drunk. Eh, hindi naman tayo magpapakalasing ah. I know my alcohol limit. Kaya kong kontrolin ang sarili ko. And besides, you don't have to drink. You can order milk if you want to.
Pero ate, bakit pa sa bar? Di ba ang dami namang restaurant na pwede dyan? Oh, Jollibee, McDo, Burger King, KFC.
gusto ko nga
Hindi, sige, wait lang. Angel's Burger. Sige, hindi naman umarte.
Gusto ko nga mag-celebrate eh. And to think, I wanted to celebrate with you muna. Don't you know na ikaw ang una kong sinabihan about my promotion?
I appreciate that, pero...
If you don't want to celebrate with me, then fine. Tatawagan ko na lang si Jude.
Ate...
Mabuti naman, nabook niyo agad yung hotel na yan para sa reception. Sabi kasi ng mga kaibigan ko, napakahirap daw mag-book sa hotel na yan.
Ay, tama ka, kuya. Meron nga lang daw nagpa-cancel. Kung walang nag-cancel, 1 year, fully booked na yung hotel.
Well, that's good. Alam mo naman, I want this wedding to be the wedding of the century. And I want hope to remember this every day for the rest of her life.
Kuya, sa laki naman ng ginagastos mo sa kasal ni Hope, I'm sure hindi niya makakalimutan yan. I can't thank you enough nga sa support mo kay Hope, kahit na rin kay Oliver.
Well, siyempre naman. You know, kahit wala na silang ama, gusto ko naman meron pa rin silang maasahan bukod sa iyo. And alam mo naman, pagdating sa mga pamangkin ko na yan, money is not a matter.
Hi, Ma.
Hey, Oliver.
Oh, Tito Charles, dito ka pala.
Wala ko. Oo nga.
Wala ka bang operation ngayon?
Actually, kailangan muna magpahinga. Imagine kahapon, 12 hours, nag-oopera pa kami.
Grabe naman yan, 12 hours. Hindi, kailangan mo talaga magpahinga ngayon, Tito.
Yeah.
Ikaw, coffee?
Ay, thank you, Ma.
Merienda ka muna. Kamusta naman ang training mo kanina?
Grabe. Kapagod din. Pero, I was able to serve 4 consecutive aces kanina. Pak!
Wow!
Ay, pak! Grabe, 4 na beses yun.
Wow!
Good job, anak.
Ang
Good
galing
job.
ah! Alam mo, manang-mana ka sa akin. Ganito gawin natin. Galingan mo ng gusto yung training mo para sigurado makaabot ka Sa SEA Games, hindi ako umabot eh.
Oo naman, Tito. Halos wala na ako ibang ginawa kundi mag-training eh.
Ay, oo nga eh. Give yourself some time to rest, anak. Bawal magkasakit. Biro mo, Monday to Saturday, puro training ka. Tapos, pati naman linggo, buong araw nasa church ka pa.
What? Ganito na lang. Huwag ka muna mag-church. Consider it as your rest day.
Tito, you know I can't do that. Sunday is the Lord's day and kailangan natin ilaan yun para sa Kanya.
Ang hindi ko naman kasi maintindihan, kung bakit buong araw ka pa nandyan sa simbahan ninyo. Tingnan mo kami. Special occasions lang pag mag-church. Tsaka hindi ko maintindihan din kung bakit nandun ka sa umaga, nandun ka sa gabi, at sa hapon, kung ano-ano pang pinaggagawa mo.
Kuya, matagal ko na sinasabi kay Oliver yan. Sabi niya, isang araw lang daw naman sa isang linggo ang hinihingi ng Panginoon, bakit hindi pa daw niya ibigay yon?
O siya. Bahala ka na sa prinsipyo mong yan. Just don't forget. Galingan mo. Don't you waste the money that I'm spending for your training. Okay?
Yes, Tito, I really appreciate everything that you've been doing para sa training ko. And don't worry, I'll do my best to please you, Mom, and of course, the Lord.
Good. Oh, by the way, before I forget, nakapag-arrange ka na ba ng party para sa future bro-in-law mo?
Di naman ako yung best man, Tito eh.
Kahit na, you can always arrange a party in order to show Jude that he is really welcome to our family.
Well, actually, I don't think he should be part of our family.
Anong sinabi mo, anak?
Well, kasi meron ako na-discover tungkol kay Jude. No, kung tama nga yung hinala ko, dapat di sila magpakasal ni Ate Hope.
What?
Anong pinagsasabi mo dyan, Oliver?
Hindi ko pa po sana sasabihin sa inyo kasi hindi pa proven. Unti pa lang yung facts. Pero parang may ibang girlfriend si Jude.
That cannot be true.
Paano mo naman nasabi yun? Naku, Oliver, napakatindi ng accusation na yan. Wag na wag kang magbibiro ng ganyan.
Ma, Tito, hindi ako nagbibiro. Last week, nag-jogging ako sa park. Tapos, nakita ko siya, may kasama siyang babae. Tapos yung babae, di naman mukhang kapatid niya. Tapos, yung closeness nila, parang hindi naman tulad ng isang magkapatid.
Sobra ka mag-conclude. Alam mo, Jude is really just a sweet guy.
Hindi lang po yun eh. Kasi, nag-track distribution kami ni Joffrey, tapos nakita ulit namin sila. And they were eating one ice cream cone between the two of them. So, sige, ganito na lang. Pag nakita ko ulit sila, lalapitan ko at
Don't even think about doing that. Pag nalaman ko lang, Oliver, na hindi matutuloy ang kasal dahil sa may ginawa ka, hindi okay yan.
Anak. Malay mo, best friend lang ni Jude. O kaya pinsan.
magkaakbay, ma. Magka-holding hands. Ang lalapit nga ng mga mukha nila, alas magkapalit na sila ng mukha eh.
You know what? I don't believe you, kid. Knowing how you value purity and holiness, isang di pa lang, sa'yo may mali siya na.
Hindi naman ako ganun ka-unreasonable, Tito.
Basta. Hindi pwedeng hindi matuloy ang kasal, anak. Ang laki-laki na ng ginastos ni tito mo para sa kasal na yan.
Pero ma,
Sabi ng tuloy at tuloy. Okay? Naku, Oliver, ikaw ha, kapag nalaman ko lang na ikaw ang magiging dahilan na hindi matutuloy ang kasal, ititigil ko na lahat ng support ko sa training mo.
Tito, wag naman ganon.
That's final.
Oliver, gumising ka! Kausapin mo ako! Uy,
Ha? Ano meron?
huwag ka nang magmaang-maangan pa. Alam ko ikaw yung dahilan kung bakit binake off ni Jude yung engagement namin. So, hindi mo ide-deny yung ginawa mo.
Teka ate, sandali. Ano bang mga sinabi sa'yo ni Jude?
Wala akong pakialam kung ano man yun. Sinabi lang niya sa akin, ayaw na raw niya maging parte ng pamilya ko kung gano'n na magiging pagtanggap sa kanya ng pamilya ko. Sabi niya, ayaw na raw niya makisama sa isang pamilya na sobrang strict ang standards.
Hindi mo alam sinasabi mo ate. Nahuli ko nga siyang...
Whatever it is, you have no right to meddle with my relationship like that.
I have no right? Kapatid mo ko. Dapat lang pinoprotektahan kita dyan sa mga tulad niyang ex-fiancé mo.
I don't need you to look after me. Nakalimutan mo na ata na ate mo ko, and can you accept the fact na hindi na tayo mga bata?
Kapatid pa rin kita. Pamilya tayo.
Yeah, sure. Pamilya. For now.
Anong for now?
You're the reason why I lost my fiancé. If you don't fix this, you may find yourself losing this family you think you have now.
Ate, wag naman ganon.
I'm not done talking. I said you better fix this or else I'm never gonna talk to you ever again.
Magtubi tayo. Uy, ayusin mo naman yung pagtupi mo. Tignan mo to, oh. Tabingi. Oh, bakit? What's wrong? Iniisip mo na naman ba sitwasyon yun ni ate mo?
It's been a month since nung nag-break si ate pati si Jude. Tapos, tinotoo nga niya yung sinabi niya. Hanggang ngayon, di pa rin niya ako pinapansin.
Medyo matindi nga talaga magalit si ate mo. Naalala ko kasi, nung mga bata pa tayo, mahigit tatlong linggo siguro yun na hindi ako bumisita dito kasi takot na takot talaga akong makasalubong siya.
Oo nga. And the broken engagement is not as petty as you accidentally pouring juice sa favorite blouse niya, di ba?
True. Pero, tama naman kasi yung ginawa mo eh. Alangan naman, hayaan mo makasal sila. Eh, alam mo naman, at nakita naman natin linuloko niyo lang yung ate mo, di ba?
Eh yun nga eh. Pero kasi hindi niya maintindihan yun. Tingin niya, masyado ko lang minasama yung nakita ko. Kahit nga si Mama pati si Tito Charles, di na rin ako pinapansin hanggang ngayon eh. Feeling ko multo na lang ako. Hindi kaya si Invisible Man pag nandito ako sa bahay.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Pero, at least, di ba, hindi pa rin tinigil ni Tito Charles mo pag-support niya sa training mo.
Pumayag pa rin naman siyang bayaran yung personal coach and trainer ko. Pero, kaya lang naman naging ganun kasi hindi niya na ma-refund eh. Yun lang naman mahalaga kay Tito Charles. Yung pera niya.
Hindi naman siguro. I'm sure he cares for you din naman. Huwag mo namang sabihin yan.
I know. I'm sorry ah. Ang hirap lang kasi yung situation namin dito sa bahay. Minsan naisip ko, what if sundan ko na lang si Ate Hope? Makipagbati ako kay Jude. Sige, buhay niya naman yan. Kaya niya na gumawa sariling desisyon.
Oliver, alam mo hindi mo pwede gawin yan. And I'm sure hindi mo kaya gawin yan kasi I know how much you care for your sister. Isa pa, alam naman natin na talagang masakit para sa kanya yun kasi she was really looking forward to her wedding tapos hindi pala matutuloy. Isa pa, masakit na masakit para sa kanya natanggapin na yung taong minahal niya hindi naging totoo sa kanya, di ba?
I understand what you're saying. Pero kasi, ang hirap manindigan sa tama pag yung mga kabangga mo mismo, yung mga kasama mo sa bahay. Alam mo naman, di ba? Close kami ni Ate Hope, ni Mama, pati na rin si Tito Charles. Pero ngayon, pag nasa bahay kami, sila nandun, nagtatawanan. Ako nasa sulok, parang statwa.
Talaga? Maski ikaw na mag-initiate ng conversation?
Oo. Kahit magsalita ako, magtanong, parang wala sila naririnig. Minsan nga naisip ko, what if mag-move out na lang ako? Siguro pwede akong maghanap ng apartment o kaya boarding house. Basta wag lang dito.
Oliver, hindi mo naman siguro kailangan gawin yun. Isa pa, busy-busy ka sa mga training mo at wala ka pang source of income. Ang mapapayo ko lang sa'yo is just bear with your current situation na lang muna. Anyway, alam mo naman na kahit you feel alone, the Lord is with you, di ba? Basta, patuloy ka lang na manalangin at humingi ng lakas at guidance sa Panginoon sa sitwasyon mo. Speak, Lord, in the stillness, while He waits on Thee. Hushed His heart to listen in expectancy. All to Thee is yielded, He is not His own. Blissful, glad surrender, He is Thine alone.
Alam mo, nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon na kahit di ako pinapansin ng pamilya ko, andyan ka pa rin para i-encourage ako na magpatuloy sa Panginoon.
Speak, Thy servant heareth, be not silent, Lord. Speak, Thy servant heareth, for Thy quickening word. All to Thee is yielded, He is not His own. Blissful, glad surrender, He is Thine alone. Fill me with the knowledge of Thy glorious will, of Thine own good pleasure in Thy child fulfill. All to Thee is yielded, He is not his own. Blissful, glad surrender, he is thine alone. He is thine alone. Stillness. Oh, magtupi na tayo ulit.
Sige. Ay, tumatawag si Mama.
Oh, sige.
Hello, Ma.
Nasa bahay ka ba?
Opo, bakit po?
Naiwan ko dyan yung wallet ko with my credit cards. Can you bring it to me?
Opo, asan po ba kayo?
Nandito kami ni Ate Hope mo sa emergency room sa Asian Hospital. Nag-collapse kasi siya kanina eh.
Ha? Kumusta po ba siya? Okay lang ba siya?
We don't know yet. Hindi pa siya conscious eh. Basta pumunta ka na lang dito ha. Dalhin mo yung wallet ko, okay?
Okay, Ma, punta na ako.
Sige na, sige na.
Stable naman ang vital signs mo. Buti ka mo. Nadala ka kaagad dito ng mga office mates mo.
Ay, nagpapasalamat nga ako. Ang bilis kumilos ng office mates mo. Ang bilis din nila akong natawagan. Pero, kuya, bakit daw nag-collapse si Hope?
Well, here it is. I have a hunch. CBC is bad. Low platelet count, red blood cells down, white blood cells down, ESR high, liver function test high, urinalysis, blood and protein present. I have a hunch. So I requested for another test. I requested for anti-phospholipid antibodies, and it came out positive. With Hope's recent complaints like fever, hair loss, joint stiffness, and this butterfly rush that we noticed, that we thought it was a bridal glow, we can say that Hope has systemic lupus erythematosus, or SLE. It usually manifests at around ages 30, which is about your age.
Ha? Paano nangyari yun? I've been keeping a healthy lifestyle naman
Ganun talaga. It's multifactorial. Can be genetic, environment, hormones. Different. It's multifactorial.
Hindi ko naintindihan lahat ng sinabi mo, kuya. Anong ibig sabihin nun? May solution ba sa kondisyon ni Hope?
For now, she needs to get the medicines, and you need to take rest.
So, hindi pa ako makakauwi? Eh, ang dami ko nakatambak na trabaho kasi nga, di ba, kakapromote ko pa lang.
Huwag mo na munang isipin ang trabaho, anak. Ang importante, gumaling ka agad. Kuya, gaano katagal kailangan ni Hope magstay dito sa hospital?
1 week.
Tapos noon, okay na siya.
Well, I'm afraid yung medications would control the symptoms. But, the tests show that the kidneys are already in the late stage and she will eventually need a kidney transplant.
Kidney transplant.
Well, the procedure is routine. Marami naman akong ginagawang ganyan.
And that will cure kung ano man ang problema ni Hope?
Well, it will definitely control the symptoms. It will prevent you from having that loss of consciousness again. And they say that when patients receive transplant, better quality of life, and of course, it can be translated also to longer life.
If you think that's the only way para I can get back to normal, then let's do it. I totally trust in your capacity as a surgeon, Tito.
Well, the surgery is rather common. It's common. It's left and right. But the problem right now is where to find you a kidney donor. Napakahaba ng pila ngayon ng mga recipients. And, napakahaba na waiting time. Well, kidney patients like you can wait. Yeah, you can wait. However, complications may arise while waiting. So theoretically, it should still be as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Sabi mo nga, kuya, ang haba ng pila. Ano gagawin natin?
As of now, I'm sorry, I don't know. In fact, what I did before I came here is I called up other institutions doing kidney transplant and even my friends who are also doing this procedure, and for now, 0.
Are you telling me, Tito, na right now, there is no hope?
Tito, kumusta na po si ate?
May nagsasalita ba?
Tito, please. Pwede bang itabi mo muna yung galit mo sa akin and let's talk about Ate Hope?
So now, you're concerned about her.
Tito, let's not rehash our issues right now. I've been meaning to talk to you about her condition, yung kidney transplant.
Paano mo nalaman yon? Sabi ko na nga ba, hindi makakatis yung mami mong hindi sabihin sa'yo eh.
Actually, Tito, narinig ko kayong nag-usap kahapon tungkol sa condition ni Ate Hope at tungkol sa difficulty of getting a kidney donor.
It's not difficult. It's impossible.
Tito, there might be a way.
Okay. So, mas marunong ka na sa akin ngayon. So, doktor ka na rin ngayon.
Hindi po. What I mean is, what if ako yung maging donor?
What? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you know the risks and its effect on your life?
I think so po. Nung narinig ko yung condition ni Ate Hope, I prayed about it and did some research.
Do you understand that we need to do the surgery as soon as possible? And with that upcoming tryout, you will miss your opportunity for the SEA Games.
Opo. Pero, mas mahalaga po si ate kaysa sa SEA Games. Anyway, pwede naman po ulit ako mag-try after 2 years, di ba po?
That's just it, Oliver. That's just it. You have devoted all your life to being this athlete. Do you know that once you donate your kidneys, one of your kidneys, your body may not be able to take all the rigors of training. And because of that, you will miss that chance of becoming a professional athlete, which you have devoted all your life. Anong gagawin mo pag hindi ka naging professional tennis player? And now you just have to give it up like this?
Tito, gaya po na sabi ko kanina, mas mahalaga po yung buhay ni Ate Hope kaysa sa tennis career ko. I can find something else to do with my life. Ang mahalaga, mabigyan ng hope to live si Ate.
Ginagawa mo lang yata to dahil may kasalanan ka dahil hindi natuloy yung kasal eh. Well, if it is, then I think it's extreme.
No, Tito. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry na nasaktan si Ate Hope, si Ma, pati na rin ikaw. Pero, I'm not sorry na hindi natuloy yung kasal.
So, bakit mo ibibigay ang isang kidney mo knowing that it would cost you?
Kasi po, I want to show her that her life is important to me. But more than that, I want to show her that her life is important to God.
Here we go again.
Sabi niyo po kanina, bakit ko gagawin to? Knowing what this will cost me? Dito itong gagawin ko, i-give up ko. Hindi pwede ikumpara sa ginawang sakripisyo ni Jesus Christ para sa atin. Iniwan niya ang langit at nagkatawang tao siya para tayo ay magkaroon ng tunay at walang hanggang buhay. Sabi nga sa Philippians 2:6-8, though He was God, He did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, He gave up His divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. When He appeared in human form, He humbled Himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death on a cross. Lord of
Glory reigning in His majesty, ruling long before the worlds were formed. And that when darkness came, He stepped from heaven's throne to bear a cross and wear a crown of thorns. So high the price He paid, the nails, the cross, the grave, such pardon He restored, such grace He showed. No greater sacrifice He gave His very Lord. So deep the love, so high the price.
bayaran ni Jesus Christ ang parusa ng ating mga kasalanan. Kasi gusto ng Diyos na tayo ay makasama niya sa langit. Pero dahil tayo nga ay nagkasala, kailangan nating mamatay. Dahil ang kabayaran ng kasalanan ay kamatayan. At ang kamatayang yun ay walang hanggang kamatayan sa impyerno. Pero salamat sa Diyos at sa Kanyang pagmamahal sa atin. Binigyan niya tayo ng pag-asa dahil ang kaparusahan ng ating kasalanan ay binayaran na ni Jesus Christ nung inalay niya ang Kanyang buhay sa krus. At ang pag-asang ito ay makakamit natin kung tayo ay magsisi sa ating kasalanan at tatanggapin natin si Jesus Christ na ating tagapagligtas mula sa kamatayan sa impyerno.
Of God so willingly He took our place, clothed in robes of frail humanity, fragile flesh and blood, priceless crimson flood, offered up for sin at Calvary. So high the price He paid, the nails, the cross, the grave, such pardon He bestowed, such grace He showed. No greater sacrifice, He gave His very life. So deep the love, so high the price. Buried like a beggar in a borrowed tomb, everything for nothing, so it seemed. But death could never stand against the nail-scarred hands and power of heaven's resurrected King. So high the price He paid, the nails, the cross, the grave, such pardon He bestowed, such grace He showed. No greater sacrifice, He gave His very life. So deep the love, so high the price, so deep the love, so high the price, so high the price.
Ate, kumusta ka na?
Oh, akala ko ba family lang pwede pumasok dito sa kwarto?
Ate naman.
Nurse! Nurse! Bakit may nakapasok
Ate,
dito?
please. Gusto lang kita kumustahin kasi alam kong busy si Ma ngayon.
Kung engaged pa ako ngayon, hindi ako may iwang mag-isa sa kwarto. Kasi I'm sure Jude will be here din sa tabi ko.
Ate, never mind Jude. Andito naman ako, di ba?
Never mind, Jude. Oliver, hindi mo ba nare-realize kung gaano kasakit yung ginawa mo sa akin?
Ate, calm down. Alam ko hindi ka dapat nasi-stress bago yung operation mo.
Ay, bakit nga ba ako nasistress? Kasi, nandito yung taong naging dahilan kung bakit nasira yung future ko. Kasi, nandito yung taong sinabi kong hindi ko kakausapin hanggat hindi niya kinakausap ang fiancé ko para magkabalikan kami.
Ate, it's been more than a month since nung nag-break up kayo. If he really wants to get back together with you, di ba dapat nag-try siyang kausapin ka by now? Has he even contact you?
Don't you dare pin the blame on Jude. Ikaw ang naging dahilan kung bakit nag-break kami. If it weren't for you, I would still be getting married in 2 months.
Okay, ate. Anong pwede kong gawin para maging okay na ulit tayo?
I already told you. Fix things up between me and Jude. Yun lang ang tanging paraan para maging okay tayo. At bakit nga ba kinakausap pa kita? I think you better leave now.
Okay, ate. Alis na ako. Ayokong madagdagan pa yung stress mo. Pero, pwede bang bago ako umalis, mag-pray muna tayo?
Pray? Our conversation is finished. It shouldn't even have started in the first place. Hanggat hindi kami nagkakabalikan ni Jude, wala kang karapatang kausapin ako ni ipag-pray man lang. Lumayas ka na sa harapan ko!
Anak, dahan-dahan lang. Kaka-opera ko lang.
Thanks, Ma. Oh, bakit ko umiiyak? Gising na ako, oh. Gising na.
Well, I'm happy to see that you have already surfaced from the anesthesia, from the surgery.
Yes, Tito. I feel fine naman po. May konting pain, pero kaya namang tiisin. Kumusta po yung operation? Was it a success?
Your operation was a success. Kailangan lang natin i-observe ka for a while so that we will know that there is no rejection para makasigurado lang tayo. Buti na lang, yung nakuha nating donor para sa iyo perfectly compatible with you.
Oo nga pala. Saan po tayo nakakuha ng kidney donor, Tito? Di ba sabi niyo just a few days ago it was impossible to get one?
Actually, ayaw sana ipasabi ng donor mo na kung sino siya. But in circumstances like this, I think I don't have any choice but to tell you who the donor of your kidney was.
Bakit, Tito? Bakit ayaw niyo magpakilala?
Hope, si Oliver ang nag-donate ng isang kidney niya para sa'yo.
Oh, that's so nice of him. Malaki talaga siguro ang galit na kay Jude. Mas pinili pa niyang i-donate yung kidney niya kesa ayusin yung ginawa niyang gulo sa buhay namin.
Don't say anything na you will regret. Okay?
At bakit ko naman ire-regret yung mga sinasabi ko? And, Ma, bakit parang there's something very wrong here?
Nagkaroon kasi ng complication yung procedure ni Oliver eh.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to concentrate my surgery on you. So I asked my colleague, my best urologist to do the harvesting. You know, but
Kuya, don't blame yourself. Di ba sabi mo, wala namang kahit sino, wala namang pwedeng magawa.
I know. Well, tapos na ang operation eh. Post-operative, which turned out to be bleeding and then turned out to be massive bleeding and uncontrollable bleeding. And I'm wondering, what if?
What if what, Tito?
Hindi kinaya ng katawan ni Oliver yung procedure. Wala na si Oliver. Wala na siya.
No.
Dahan-dahan maglakad, anak. Kaka-opera mo pa lang. Bawal ma-stress.
I have to, Ma. Hindi ko kasi kayang nakahiga lang sa kama at walang ginagawa. Hindi ko pa rin kasi matanggap na wala na si Oliver.
Ako din, Hope. Ang hirap tanggapin na. At ang hirap maging masaya that you are in good health. Knowing na your health is at the cost of Oliver's life.
How do you think I feel, Ma? Knowing na ako yung naging cause ng pagkamatay ni Oliver.
No. Sorry, that's not what I meant, anak. Walang may kasalanan sa pagkamatay ni Oliver. Hindi mo kasalanan yun. Wala namang nakapagsabi na magkakaroon ng komplikasyon eh.
Yeah, pero do you know what happened the last time I saw him?
No.
Sabi niya, alam niya na galit pa ako sa kanya. But he just wanted to let me know na he loves me. And that he's praying for me now. You know what I said? Sabi ko, hanggat hindi pa kami nagkakabalikan ni Jude, he doesn't get to talk to me or even pray for me at all. And you know what, Ma? Naisip ko tuloy, napakasama akong kapatid.
Don't say that. Bakit mo naman sinasabi yan?
Kasi hindi ko man lang napatawad si Oliver nung lumapit siya sa akin. Kahit na alam kong lahat naman ng ginawa niya ay dahil sa pagmamahal niya sa akin. At ngayon, wala na akong chance na makipag-ayos pa sa kanya at sabihin sa kanya na mahal ko pa rin siya. Siguro nga, matapos ko siyang pinagtabuyan sa ospital, nagdalawang isip siya na i-donate yung kidney niya. Napasubo na lang siguro siya kaya tinuloy niya pa yung pag-donate niya ng kidney niya sa akin.
No, Ate Hope. Hindi nagdalawang isip na i-donate sa'yo ni Oliver yung kidney niya.
Hi, Jeffrey. Nandyan ka pala. Kanina ka pa?
Kadarating ko lang po, tita. Dumalaw po ako kasi just before Oliver's operation, may letter po siya na binigay sa akin para kay Ate Hope. Ito po.
I don't think I can read that, Ma.
Joffrey, can you read it for us?
Sige po. Dear Ate Hope, I'm writing this letter kasi
I don't know when you will find it in your heart to finally forgive me and start talking to me again. I was hoping that your impending operation will soften your heart towards me and make you consider forgiving me. Pero, hindi pa pala. I just wanted you to know that I understand why you are so angry with me. Kasi, for you, you think I destroyed your future. And I wanted to tell you, I'm so sorry for hurting you. Pero I'm not sorry for what I did. Kasi I just wanted to protect you. And I wanted you to know that I did what I did to make sure your future will not be destroyed by having an unfaithful husband. I hope you will eventually realize that. And you will know that I did all that because I love you. Basta ate, know that I'm always here, praying for you, and always ready to support and protect you no matter what the price. I just hope that we will get back to our previous close relationship soon. I miss you, ate.
all my love, Oliver.
Paano ba tayo babalik sa previous closeness natin kung wala ka na? Ma, mapapatawad pa kaya ni Oliver naging matigas kong puso?
Hindi na alam, anak. Hindi ko din alam. Kami din ni Tito Charles, no? Hindi naging maganda yung pag-ato namin sa kanya.
huwag po kayong mag-alala. Wala pong hinanakit or galit sa inyo si Oliver. Actually, just before his operation, hiniling niya na ipag-pray ka namin, Ate Hope. And ganun din po kayo, tita. Kasi alam niyang talagang nag-aalala po kayo para kay Ate Hope.
How can Oliver remain so caring and without bitterness sa kabila na naging treatment namin sa kanya?
Ganun talaga si Oliver. Simula nung naging magkakilala kami, ever since he became a Christian, talagang he has really strived to be more and more like Christ. Parating nga niyang sinasabi sa amin, we are Christians. That's why we should follow Christ's example and His commands to the best that we can. Ang hindi lang niya alam is he will also be following Christ's example in giving his life so that you may have a better life, ate. Katulad yan ng sabi sa John 15:13, greater love has no man than this, that a man may lay down his life for his friends.
Bakit kailangan ko pang umabot sa ganito? Bakit kailangan pang mamatay ni Oliver? Ang bata-bata pa niya, ang dami-dami pa niyang dreams. I still have a lot of dreams for him.
I know, tita. Pero lahat po ng dreams niya dito sa mundo at lahat ng dreams niyo para sa kanya ay walang panama sa joy na nararanasan niya ngayon sa langit. Pero alam niyo po ba kung ano ang greatest aspiration ni Oliver nung siya'y nabubuhay pa above all else?
Ano?
Ang greatest aspiration niya was not being the best Olympian or earning fame and fortune as a tennis star. His greatest aspiration was that one day his family would come to understand God's love and accept His gift of salvation. Yun ang parati po niyang prayer request pag nagpe-pray kami together.
Alam mo, every chance Oliver got nga, lagi niya sinasabi sa amin na God so loved the world.
That he gave his only son, that whosoever believes in him
Shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Opo, kasi in the short verse, sinasabi na si Jesus Christ ay nagkatawang tao at siya ay nabuhay dito sa mundo para tayo ay hindi mapahamak kung hindi tayo ay magkaroon ng buhay na walang hanggan. At ang paraan lang para tayo ay magkaroon ng buhay na walang hanggan ay ibigay ang ating buong pagtitiwala sa Kanya.
Parang napakadali naman nun. Magtitiwala ka lang, tapos hindi ka na mapapahamak.
Opo, tita. Yan po ang sinasabi sa Biblia. Tanging pagtitiwala lang kay Jesus Christ bilang ating Panginoon at tagapagligtas. Yan lang ang paraan para tayo ay magkaroon ng buhay na walang hanggan. Si Jesus Christ na ang nagbayad ng parusa ng lahat na ating mga kasalanan. At dahil inalay niya ang kanyang buhay, tayo ay may bagong pag-asa. His life was the price of our hope. And dahil sa bagong pag-asa, ang bagong pag-asa na ito ay dahil lamang sa kanyang pagmamahal at grasya. Katulad nga ng sabi sa Ephesians 2, verses 8 to 9, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast.
Oo nga. Madalas din ang kinukot ni Oliver yung verses na yan. Pero parang ang hirap pa rin maniwala na maintindihan lahat ng ginawa ng Diyos para sa atin.
Kaya natin kailangan ng faith, ate.
ago is what my heart so broken needs today.
Can it be that he truly is the only Son of God, who healed the sick and he would raise the dead?
Can it be that is living today?
Can it be that he conquered the grave?
Can it be that a soul who will call on his name shall be free? Can it be?
Can it be? Can it be that he thought of me while hanging on a tree and bore the wrath for all my sin and shame?
Can it be this amazing love is merciful and free to die for me, the one who caused his pain?
Can it be that is living today? Be that he conquered the grave? Can it be?
Shall be
Can it be? Can it be that my name is written
down in heaven above, and is built for me a mansion in the sky? Can it be that my tongue can sing the song of the redeemed, and I boldly can approach the throne on high?
Be that he's living today? Can it be that he conquered the grave?
Can it be that a soul who will call on his name shall be free?